Welcome to Word on the Street Poetry Slam 2021. Nice to see you all here in such a lovely environment. The first thing I should do and would like to do is the acknowledgement country and to recognise we're on the land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation and that this land always was and always will be Aboriginal land. That was never ceded and never will be. It's always a sort of a funny thing to do that. It's a white European male. But I sort of take heart in it as well. And I always remember years ago seeing Germaine Greer in London at an art opening, and she talked about that there was actually hope for all of us in the landscape and in the things we might sort of feel and recognise about who we are and how the landscape affects the way we speak, the way we laugh, the way we connect. I mean, that's a very kind of romantic, possibly even cosmic view, but I'd like to feel that that sort of enhances other kinds of sensitivities and feelings and actions in regards to our awareness of the world around us and our connections and likenesses to Aboriginal people and to the lessons that they can teach us. Yeah? So, all right. This microphone's shorting out a bit. It must be because of my electric energy. And my iPhone has dropped out on me, but it is back. All right. We have our two main performers, Mel Ree. Okay. Mel Ree, actor, dancer, and poet from the Australian Slam. That's what they were telling me. An independent performance artist, Mel Ree. Thank you. And Ifoma Oba Boo. This microphone's driving me crazy. Who's winner of the 2018 Poetry Slam Real Talk. Correct? Okay. All right. That's a bit better, making my life a little easier. We also have Sarah Salar, who is the recent winner of the Peter Porter Poetry Prize and is deeply involved with the Bankstown Slam, here as a judge, and she'll be deciding for those below the age of 25, because it's Youth Week and that was the motivation for tonight, who will win the book voucher prize that was donated from Better Read Than Dead, which I picked up today. It's for $150, so that's a pretty good prize. So I hope you've got some red hot poems for the open mic. Anyone who hasn't signed on during the break, you can sign on over here at this table. Tonight is put together by Addison Road Community Organisation. We're really proud to do that. It's obviously an all ages thing as well as being something to celebrate Youth Week. So people over 25 can join in the open mic as well, so don't be shy. Senior citizens like me and those of you in vital middle age, etc. And the money from tonight, if people wish to donate in this basket over here, is for 2010 and for the work they're doing with LGBTQI youth. So if people feel inspired and open in their heart, it would be great to see some money in that basket. Anyway, let's begin the occasion with Mel Ree, independent and brilliant. Yeah?
Thank you so much. You know, there was once upon a time where I would have just sat down and smiled, but I'm going to take up space, and if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're wrong, and if I'm feeling it, I'm going to feel it, and if I want to pop off at you, I'm going to pop off at you, because I'm a strong black woman, and I will not apologize for my existence. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands on which we have the privilege of working, playing, loving, breathing, existing, making love, making art, creating, and being. Thank you so much to the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. Sovereignty was never ceded. I'd like to honour their stories, their struggles, their triumph. Always was, and it's always gonna be Aboriginal land. My name is Melry. My mother is from Papua New Guinea. Her father was the chief, warrior chief of a village called Upper Naipi. So I have royal warrior blood in me. And you're gonna feel that in my poetry. I'm gonna start with a little poem about when I used to live in Radford. Big up Radford. Redfern corner, stop. Check. 6 cops, 2 horses, held a brother against the wall. 1 pair of underwear was all left to him. We lock eyes. I see everyone I know staring back at me. Tension in that moment of connection, our unspoken language. Say, I see you, king, disrobed. See systems fetishize your pain. Little brothers watch across the road, rather bleed than bend to grow. I'm 3 friends deep since last week. Breakdowns common as sleep. I mold my voice like trampoline, bounce her back, and tweezer out shrapnel lodged in her self-esteem. To be woman is to curate healing for wounds that shape shift and sound like 4 p.m. driving heavy traffic. You pick up the phone, it's your mother screaming, and you wonder if she's been on the same phone call all these years. We cry at red lights and full stops. Denial is the latest look. Say, I didn't know, and pronounce her name wrong. Again. Creates a devil rouge across the cheek and down the spine. Next season, try Google. Did you know you can be treated your entire life and suddenly not be? Because person wants me to know I'm the wrong time of the afternoon. Therefore, I must be another lifetime away from my identity. Please, excuse me while I throw up all the standards I've been fed. And acid reflux will replace my name. Can you pronounce that? Thank you. All right, so for the next one, it's dedicated to my sisters, to my strong sisters, because the future is female, the future is a colored female. I wouldn't be who I am without the love and support and divine wisdom of the females that love me. And this is for them. This is for you. Cold, rain, wind slams doors shut like a bitter lover. I sit between her gold sequin tops, leopard everything. The lamp, so dull, it whispers. She, impassioned, paints stories. The way that white woman looked at me, her mouth full of, I wish I said. Choruses of black women dance in her words. Ancient, this ritual. We hold each other with the gentle precision of thread placed in needle's tiny palm. A silent language of care. We love in ways only the most loyal through years of why me could know. We, chosen sisters, daughters of men with kisses stained in broken promises. We learnt first that love is an excuse, a missed birthday, an empty bed, a mother whose body sometimes takes the shape of a fist on the floor, lit by moons colored in grief. Sometimes the fist opens, the warrior emerges. She shows herself love with flaws bleached white, clothes folded into perfect squares, tilapia fish in a golden sizzle marriage with hot oil spit firing mini bombs onto tender skin. She is my black mother. I remember her at 4 a.m, a joint between my fingers, side of tin sweats, legs folded, defiant. I have become her, never so much more than here beneath this whisper of light. My sister rants to the tune of, I've had enough. But here, enough is a window, a bridge, a new moon. We howl ourselves out of old skin again. Thank you very much. You know what? It's so nice to be here and see so many beautiful new faces. When you're doing the poetry circuits, in the poetry scene, you see the same people day in and day out and the same poems. So it's nice to see all new faces, nice to see intergenerational, nice to see some young white boys, a rare breed at poetry events. And also the beautiful black brother up the back, respect, I see you, you look gorgeous. And everyone else, hi, also the women, hi women, I love women. And this beautiful baby boy, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift of life. We love children. If you don't like kids, you better check yourself. They're a gift, pure love. Okay, speaking of poems that are done over and over and over again, I'm gonna do one. Why not? Why the fuck not? I got the mic, I do what I want, when I want. This is a poem about my mom. My mom is wild, y'all. She crazy. And when I was growing up, I was like, is she the most savage person on the face of the planet? And the truth is, yes. For good reason. For very good reason. Her father was a warrior chief, you know what I'm saying? She would sit by his side when they had tribal meetings, when they had tribal wars. She saw people being killed, and bringing that experience coming into Australia, having a daughter like me that's like, you know, being, what's that word? Assimilated. It was hard for her, it was really hard for her, and I never understood her until I became a woman. And I was like, oh, right, she was doing the best she could. Because that's what our parents do, they do the best they can. We don't realize until we grow the fuck up. So, my mother's eyes are a cloudy grey. Her mother wailed the colour away when she died in her arms. She was 12 years old. She buried the pain in her pupils. She buried a mother, a son, buried a daughter, buried parts of herself when she held their heavy, lifeless bodies for the last time. Her arms a temporary coffin. My mother's skin is stained with grief. Her hands yearn to hold my baby brothers once more, to stroke my sister's hair. Her hands hang heavy with sorrow, burdened boulders that shaped canyons on my back, crashing into bones. The grief would sink from skin to vein, vein to heart, producing toxic waste. Thump, thump, thump. Anger spills through fists, through face. My mother's heart produced toxicity, anger coursing through with the primal intensity, which came from the grief she never dealt with. Horrors black women from third worlds have to deal with. They are modern day warriors. That's some real shit. My mother's hair, full, used too many times like a leash to throw her across the room. Each tightly woven titanium curl holds secrets to sin unfathomable. Subjected to fear-filled hate from her own kin, survived living conditions incomprehensible. I finally awoken a woman. Instead of seeing a poor village girl pickaninny from Papua New Guinea, I see my mother, Mama Blomi. I see an ancient spirit, demonic, divine, descendant of warriors, sorcerers, Queen G, bra, bra, primitive bloodline. Instead of seeing mistakes, I flip the script. I see what it took, what it takes when you've got nothing and still remove foot off the brakes and wish she will make it to the next day break. With every horizon, you give thanks. Only proof you're alive is sunbeams saturate your skin. Brown, sparkling melanin. Thank you very much. You know what? If you know me personally, I'm actually a very quirky, funny person. So I promise you, I've got some funny poems coming, you know? I was like, damn, I should write some funny stuff. Just to give you guys a break, give the audience a break, because I heard this really potent piece of advice the other day that's like, poetry is like cream. And if you eat a whole meal of cream, it's too much, right? You gotta have things in between. Whatever, you're at a poetry slam. Poetry is real, poetry is raw, so take it. I'm gonna do one last poem. You know, sometimes I'm also an MC and an actor, and sometimes I just want to say F it to metaphors and similes and forms, and I just want to say some real you know what I'm saying? I just want to preach on the mic one time. So that's what I'm going to do for this last one. And yeah, let's get into it. Before I do, trigger warning. I should have done a trigger warning at the beginning. Sorry, guys. Trigger warning. Look at me, everyone look at me, put your eyes on me, look at me. Are you looking at me? Perfect, I love that. You know, because I had such a crazy upbringing, I actually developed a severe eating disorder, and I spent my whole 20s healing, and I'm so proud to be able to stand up here and say I healed, and I'm the healthiest and hottest I've ever been. Thank you. It was a hard struggle, bro. So I'm finally at the stage where I can speak about it, speak it into the reality, speak it into existence, get it out of my body. So I'm going to do that. And I encourage you to do the same, because when we gather, we speak healing into each other. Bulimic for 10 years. Held childhood abusers on hand, on demand, dusk till dawn. Mind kept them worn in like your favorite pair of Nike Airs. Just do it, shouted fear. Another ugly to cover up. Being trained to tick our inefficiencies, list body parts the system sees. Where's the box for grit, tenacity, for being black, poor and proud? News reports, we're complaining. I retort, we're displaying how pain carves Maya Angelou hearts. Justice infects us. Yesterday I slept dark, praying somebody save us. Today I rise sparked. It's over. We're dangerous. Resilience creates fearlessness. Speaking from experiences, tried to kill myself for 10 years. Our stories, our deliverances. Suffering is energy sent. Straighten paths, capitalism bent. Re-navigate, redirect. Wear your pain on your chest like a bulletproof vest. We progress, they digress. us. We are bulls, marking red flags on each other's backs. That's a tactic. Eat our own shit. Make ourselves sick. I'm fucking over it. I'm done with the white man's savior. Sitting on his coal mines. Cheers to climate warming. Drinking blood wine. No more tokens. We're redeeming what's ours rightfully. Resilience creates fearlessness. Our stories, our deliverances. Raising queens out here. Raising kings too. Can't acknowledge your royalty? My condolences to you. This is not the ego story. No peasant on knee for mercy. This is the answer you forgot, one they tried to hide. X is your life, you are the spot. Answers truly reside. Moments your story moves you with a humble pride. For the life you've lived, despite the trauma, way you give, inspired informer. History curated, keep us confused, sedated, insipid lies the former. Come, let's get emancipated. Let's get fucked up, faded. Let's connect, rewire community, revolutionize respect. Each person an offering, a lesson to be learned. Together we are unbreakable scaffolding. The love you give will be returned. The space between you and other bodies is where you change the world. Fertilize with radical acceptance, witness greatness unfurl. We're still water waiting to flow. You don't need permission though. Assemble support, give thanks and blessings. Get up, go. You deserve it, grow. This is yes time. This is reclaim, repossess what's mine. This is Renaissance of spirit. I want to see what you bring in. Big you up. Tell everyone you did it. Big sister runs on Prada, wipe the gun, clean your knife, POC, let's go ride. I hold the mic, you tell your side. Bruh. Thank you so much, my name is Mel Ree. Mel__REE on the IG. I have a poetry night called Revolution Renegade, that's on the last Thursday of every month. The last Thursday of every month. Please come through. We always have mad acts, mad feature acts, and if I like you, I just might feature you. Be nice to each other and have a beautiful night. Thank you.
Fantastic, brilliant. Thank you, Mel. Exceptional. Can we have one more big hand for Mel, please? Okay. Thank you. Just a little reminder that Waleed's Egyptian street food vegan is out there for I think half an hour more. If people are hungry, you might want to snap that up during the break. But now we have another brilliant act. Ifoma Obiabu. Step on up, please. A big welcome, please.
Hello, I'm Ifoma Obiabu. I'm only 17, I'm pretty young, but I'm grateful to be here today. I have 3 poems. If the third one works out, I'm trying to find it on my phone. But a little about me, I'm Nigerian, I was born here. My parents migrated here from the Igbo community. I'm really proud of that. I'm a Taurus. I don't know if that really counts, but I like astrology, so yeah. So the first poem is actually untitled. I couldn't think of one, and I wasn't going to go with the cliche name, which would have been I'm a black girl, because I say that approximately like 32 times in this poem. But here I go. Also, I forgot to add, if you like a line, you're allowed to click. If you like a line, you're allowed to click. If you like it a lot, you can stomp. I don't know if that's allowed here, but okay, it's allowed. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna start again. I'm very sorry about that. Okay. I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. Growing up, instead of my cocoa butter skin, I'd want the milky complexion everyone desired. I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. I used to beg my mother to strip the kink and coils out of my hair so I would be left with meager, bland strands on my head. I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. You love to compare death and demise to darkness until you've met me. I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. I'm taught not to call myself black girl too many times because I'm taught I'm insignificant. No one wants to hear you woof and bark another one of these black girl poems besides other black bitches. I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. The next time you get a tan, do not compare yourself to me. I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. To the Caucasian boy in my year 10 math class who told me he's sick and tired of hearing me complain about race, I'm so sorry no one taught you how not to be the oppressor, or no one taught you how not to be oppressed, but your comment taught me that no one cares about us but us. I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. Why do you ask me if I hate my skin like it's something I should be ashamed of? And if I should be offended, why do you say something that has a chance of offending me? I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl, I'm a black girl. Everybody wants a piece of this black girl, but this poor black girl can't speak her own damn piece. Despite the ugly shade of this miscalculated fortune, I am more than the angry black girl with the voice of a howling typhoon. More than just for $1 a month, you can feed this hungry, unacknowledged caricature. More than just a grain dropped in colonization's pot. I'm a black girl. Take it how you may. Thank you so much. This next one is called Say My Name. I've performed this so many times. I wrote it because my name is, as you know, it's Ifoma, but a lot of people like to mispronounce it despite it being 3 syllables. I'm not understanding. You can pronounce Schwarzenegger. Just say my name. No. All right. Parents give you a name at birth. A name that you will identify with your whole existence. Do you see where I'm going with this? Syllables spoken in a pattern which congregate you. A hidden meaning behind the syllables. My name has a meaning. My name means happiness. My name gets laughed at behind my back for the way it's spelt. My name is not meant to be easy for you. It is a forgotten child stolen from historical value, a burden to the grief that haunts you, a fire burning in my homeland village. It's supposed to scare you. Did you forget how the stories go? My name is a reminder of the children that get called nigger while walking home from school. Because my name is a threat, and my name is the absence of your safety. Have you still forgotten how the stories go? My name ain't ever gonna pass, because my name doesn't believe in the past. My name punch, kicks, and fights. It's real confrontational. Must have been caged, must have been animalistic once. My name suckled milk out of my mother's brown breast, is grateful for comforting me when a man called me a nigger while I was walking home from school. My name is only spoken when it benefits you. You say my name ain't right? Well, Mom says everything that has a beginning has an end. She says I'm a powerful queen. My name is a screen, and all things light have to pass through me. Tell me you know how the stories go. My name crumbles, was crumbling, heals, is healing, is trying to identify itself as the drum of the beaten song you dance to. My name has struggle, means pride, means visible. I know you see me. trying to get my name in your mouth, reclaiming my power. My name is the 4C coil sprouting out of my head. My name is newborn Negro and new growth. My name is done trying to figure out why you don't like the color of my skin. Because my name is a beautiful affirmation. My name is what I've been through and can be. My name is present. My skin is radiant, and I will not be ignored anymore. My name is valid, beautiful, and and strong, even if the world doesn't choose to acknowledge it. My name is Eve, woman, power, feminine, goddess, queen, king. My name is womankind. My name says I can't be impossible because I be in existence. I know how the stories go. My name isn't Fioma or Afema, Ifioma or Afoma. My name is Iforma. Say my goddamn name. Thank you. All right, this last one, this is really short, I'm very sorry. This last one I wrote really recently. It's called Upgrades. So I hope you enjoy. Okay. Come one, come all, as I showcase to you this new product, the black woman, the thing rejected most by society. Her shades differ from moonlight to charcoal, her body in multiple shapes and sizes. But beware, the attitude stays the same across every single one of them. Smart, snappy, and ready to smack a bitch. The black woman version 1 is randomized, so you don't get to choose how this human being I meant object looks like. The black woman version 1 is also an activist, an artistic, free-spirited, stubborn, a womanist, and has Solange as her top Spotify artist. So don't touch her hair unless you would like to have some sense backhanded into you. If this version does not suit you, feel free to upgrade to what is to be our bestseller, Black Woman 2.0. Her shades only come in caramel, toffee, and mocha. The crown on her head isn't permed, braided, a tacky weave on, kinky, nappy, or coily. It's 100% real, hip-length 3A curls. Perfect for you to run your hands through as you whisper how pretty she is for a black girl. Black Woman 2.0 is built with a fat ass, perky tits, luscious lips, a thin nose, green eyes, and oblivious. Yes, oblivious. This means you can indoctrinate her to believe anything you want. But alas, she still has a mind of her own. So never let her become self-aware to what she is, a black woman, the thing no one respects most, and validly so. If this doesn't please you, feel free to upgrade to our third and final premium version, the white woman. Trademark pending. With the body of the black woman 2.0, but skin as translucent as paper, she is the perfect human being. The white woman has zero personality, but is not an object. Don't call her an object. That's really fucking rude. Good. Properties of the white woman include bone-straight hair, casual racism, internalized misogyny, the colonizing of other cultures, unironically listens to Sia, and many more. With the white woman, you can have the best of the black woman, but not be disgusted by how she looks. Buy yours today at 1-800-FUCK-BLACK-BITCHES or www.colorism.com. Buy a white woman and be gifted a free version 1 black woman. Most users of the black woman version 1 recommend using it as a toy, a plaything, an object, because that's what it is, an object. T's and C's apply. Thank you.
Thanks. We have one more big hand, please, for Afoma. Fantastic. Mel, Afoma, thank you very, very much. We return to the fray. We're about to start our open mic. If anybody hasn't signed that magical sheet, which is being rushed to me at this very moment, by my assistant Mina, Magical Mina. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 readers. And I believe our very first reader, if she is not out at Waleed's, is Emily Radford. Emily, are you with us? Good. Big hand for Emily, thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to read off my phone because COVID has done something to my memory. Okay. I'm in kindergarten, but I read at a 2nd grade level. Still, I don't have the synonyms to define foreclosure. Affair sits foreign on my tongue. All I know is that Mom taught me it should be spit with malice. She looks like me, so I figure she is me, just bigger. I hate you like she does, run when you call, and refuse to get in the car when you're in control. Split my chin clean open on rubble or brick, white bone gleaming, and I still expect you to pick me up. You do. And you hold my hand as I watch the needle weave its story into my face. I even let you drive me home. I'm in the hospital, and now I read for fun. Smart beyond my years, they say. But the magic treehouse yields no clue to what oncology entails. Harry Potter plays too softly over the loudspeakers as the MRI pierces, and I am so strong. Teeth clenched till they shatter, you come in with a vest and a book. Your words dulled the scream of this monster that I hadn't consented to consume me. High school, and I break down and call you. To reveal her hidden bottles and the broken glass, admit I designed menus for my brothers to give mac and cheese some illusion of variety. I show you where I'm broken, where the glue won't quite stick. Even though this bottle says super, I don't feel like any sort of hero. I feel like a fraud. My womb barely able to breathe life, but here I am, caring for 4 humans as my own. I didn't know you were buying movie tickets just for a place to sleep. Calling the stick shift you taught me to drive in your home so you could see me twice in 1 week. Didn't know you hated your job. Had ambitions of your own that you kicked in the gut, taped over their mouths when they squealed for release because I was more important. You found Jesus and I found pussy. They clashed and you asked me how long I'd be like this. I said always. And you loved me all the same. I'm in college and I tell you about the shootings. How my girlfriend was mugged a few steps from my home, of how my thighs are storms and they need to be let loose on trails, but I fear I'm not faster than that which chases me. You send me pepper spray and chocolate for my depression. You read dark chocolate makes you happy, and running releases endorphins, so you make sure to express ship it. I tell you I'm moving halfway across the world, and you get an iPhone, so we can FaceTime. Answer my 4 a.m. call, and don't flinch when I tell you I'm staying. I tell you I'm poly and dating and confused about my gender. You ask questions, ignorant ones. But curiosity makes you human. It separates you from the category that oppresses me, if only for an instant. I cringe every time you slut shame. When you argue the importance of pronouns and send me videos ensuring God's love is real. But you let me educate you. Read articles on white male privilege, reconsider your vote for Trump. You start to understand me. Now my body tells a story of where this pain is from, and your name is there. But in the end, my hands are warm because you've always been there to hold them. And I may never fall in love with a man, but Dad, how I do love you.
Great. Thank you very much, Emily. Now, I believe our judge may have a spontaneous comment or thought on this. Not all heroes wear capes. Hashtag. Sorry, I left that part out because I'm over 60. Okay. I was thinking, what's that strange diagonal object? Campbell Drummond. Do we see you in the room anywhere? Let's hear it for Campbell.
Thank you. I guess I should tell you that I did not write this poem. It's just one that I happen to be able to recite. It's by a poet called John Cooper Clarke, whose heyday was the punk rock period. He was from Manchester. And anyway, here we go. It's the only poem I can remember. So here goes. I fell in love with an alien being whose skin was jelly, whose teeth were green. She had the big bug eyes and the death ray glare, feet like water wings, purple hair. I was over the moon. I asked her back to my place, and then I married the monster from outer space. The days were numbered, the nights were spent in a rent-free furnished oxygen tent where a cyborg chef served up moonbeams, done super rapid on a laser beam. I needed nutrition to keep up the pace when I married the monster from outer space. We walked out, tentacle in hand. You could sense that the earthlings would not understand. They go, nudge, nudge when we get off the bus. I mean, it's extraterrestrial, not like us. I mean, it's bad enough with another race. But fuck me, a monster from outer space. In a cybernetic fit of rage, she pissed off to another age. She lives in 1999 with a new boyfriend, a blob of slime. Each time I see a translucent face, I remember the monster from outer space.
Thank you. This poem is out of this world. No hashtag. In fact, we were actually having a rave about John Cooper Clarke just before. So now I have lost my list. Mina, you stole it from me. Okay, it's returning to me. Another of my assistants here. Oh, it's just a bit of rock and roll feedback. Okay, Mark Marusik, are you in the room? Can we hear a big hooray? Love those initials, MM. It must be damned good.
Actually, MEM when you include the middle name. Okay, this one is called Feline Frolics, which I wrote a few years ago. I did this one at the Banjo Patterson Festival at Orange a couple of years ago. One of my first ever attempts at what you could vaguely call bush poetry. And nowadays it doesn't actually have to be about living on the land, so it can be virtually any topic. So it follows that form, but as you'll see with the poem, not with the traditional subject material so much. It's called Feline Frolics. Pixie perched upon the pixie ladder. What other feline could feel gladder? I'd safely say that Audrey would, perched upon a car's warm engine hood, soaking up the loving strokes and patting from the passing folk. You'd scarce believe this pint-sized puss, so cute, could be a bully and a brute to her feline neighbour Maud, in territorial discord for a former dunny service lane. And she might even be the one to blame for heavy sprays inside the home of her feline rival servant, Simone. She's a buffhead with all other cats, except with Pixie, happy sharing household mats. She gets on well with humans, doggies too. More to canine traits than feline, she seems true. A doggy in the body of a cat. She's not been known to catch a mouse or rat, whereas Pixie has caught heaps, with meowing loud to wake me from my sleep, and waking Audrey too beside me on my bed. A nighttime stay-at-home cat, movements not widespread, unlike Pixie, nighttime rambler, roamer, spurning company, glad to be a loner. The pixie ladder is her exit. From her home life to her wider orbit in Sydney's hipster inner west, the ladder is bespoke, built to be her nest. After hours roaming, she returns to the edges of her home, framed in nocturne, perched upon the highest rung. Now, I may be their servant, but they'll never get my tongue. Cute.
Thank you, Mark. Perfect. I'm really capitalising here on your wit. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, our next guest, spoken word artist, is Sam Dover.
Hey, I'm Sam. I was just wondering if I'm allowed to do 2 short poems, or is it just the one?
I think it's just the one.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I feel like we would love to do 2, so maybe we just break.
Okay, no worries, yeah.
We break.
Yeah, just wanting to let you know there's like a line about being ill in the first sentence, and I'm wearing a mask as kind of a little prop, but I'm not actually sick, everybody, please don't worry. Okay. I wrote this one today, actually, so I don't have it memorized. It was kind of in anticipation of tonight, so you're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Forgive me, I may have a slight cold. Plus, it helps with the anxiety. I've never been too good at growing old. Becoming people that I'd like to be is difficult for me. No immediate perceivable obstacles, just a bleeding upheaval of coping tools and mechanisms that keep my heart submerged beneath the daily rhythms. Sorry. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the only one to find solace in a bathroom stall. I feel a sense of control within these filthy walls. I can block it out, flush it all away. It helps to find north when the needle starts to stray, skipping and returning through some rogue groove, striking and burning through my slow fuse. Detonate. Better late than never, I suppose. So here I am, fully clothed in all my insecurities, in all my tainted purity. I was told that that's how this slam poetry thing goes. This naked unnakedness, wherever this is taking us, it's better than where we started. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. The collective healing, this feeling that you and I are in communion, co-mingling with each other's triumphs, new loves, liberations, the freckled, lonely stations within our solar system, the crime of isolation to which we've all been victims. No longer. With you, I quite honestly feel stronger. Though my hands may be trembling, weight shifting from left foot to right, though my demons are assembling, with you, I think I've got to fight. Yeah. And just one sort of other short one. I wrote that because I had the sniffles earlier because of this new colder weather. I swear I'm not sick, but they were kind of related though. This one's called Seasonal Hues. It's kind of about. It's an unashamedly breakup-y, sad poem, so you have been warned. So, little more than a severed limb. The wind's hymn shook my frailty, impaled me, and I'm in shock. Know not who or what I am or must become, just some urge to turn the ignition to the familiar position. Familial assistance, gain distance from the cataclysm, the schism separating your I and my own. Kill what has been grown through careful cultivation. No room for trepidation. Scalpels of fire will not tire until I am half, so I may again be whole. Behold, my heart has grown 3 sizes, hung up on high wires. She trapezes, traps and squeezes like Venus or Gatsby. Then let it be. Let her fall, let her bleed, let her tendrils recede until there's barely a pulse. My muscles convulse, and I am little more than a blistering sore. A wet pile of flesh. Compress me, mummify, vacuum sealed until September is over and I've begun to heal.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Okay, pressure is on. I'm looming forward.
I mean, never break up with a poet because
Never break up with a poet. I hope everyone heard that advice.
you get poems written about you.
Because you get poems written about you. Okay. Lou Steer? Huh. Cool. Big hand for Lou, please.
It's not just Youth Week, it's Seniors Fortnight, which is rather optimistic as I started it with going to a funeral. That is the end game for seniors, I am sorry to tell you. However, in the end, and all the things they do in Seniors Week are so bloody boring. That is why I'm here with all the young people. They seem to think that once you get over a certain age, you also lose any discernment or common sense. However, this poem is brand new shit, and I'm premiering it for you. The sunlight shows every blemish on my bare body. Freckles, papules, lentigos, mollusks, milia, the myriad unpronounceable names dreamed up by dermatologists. For the tiny flaws flecking the parchment of my skin. That's before I count the stretch marks, bruises, wrinkles, the signs of a life lived long and sometimes well. Those blemishes are not adornments. My bare skin is like flayed parchment or that Japanese shoji paper, translucent and deckled with impurities unfiltered because perfection is a waste of resources. I can only display my unadorned skin in the privacy of my bedroom. To face the day, I must embellish it. First, the basics. Anoint my skin with lotion, no longer vanity, now needed to spackle the cracks, webbing my aging, fragile skin. How much is too much? Lacy lingerie that fits like a second skin, a tiny vanity, cupping my curves, containing them in the socially acceptable manner. Then the vital decisions, jeans and a t-shirt, culottes, a fancy dress or a formal suit. Each outfit defines my day. Will I be invisible or seen? That decision made, half my wardrobe now strewn on the floor, it's time for the final effort, painting the black canvas of my face, erasing its invisible brows and lashes, blotting the redness, smoothing the subdermal rash, making me resemble someone else, someone more confident, more poised, more glamorous, more beautiful, someone I would rather be than my unadorned, unembellished self.
Thank you, Lou. Let's see what comment we have here. Senior Slammers Slay. That's pretty good. Not bad. Okay, who do we have now? Kakoa the Conscious, who I believe is up the back of the room, ready to stride through the crowd. Sort of match-winning vibe. He's got the moves. Yeah.
Before I get started, I want to pay my respects to the Gadigal people of this land, past, present, and future, for this is their land, and forever will be their land. Shout out to you, Queen. Nah, I felt that poem. That was real. So this is my first time doing this. I'm a hip hop artist. This is my first poetry, slam poetry. So yeah, get ready. This one that I'm doing, it's called Perfect. It's a song from my album that I just dropped. It's a third track. And I thought it was the most appropriate for this. And shout out to the boys that came to support, bro. Or just came for the banter, I don't know which one. Alright. I am perfect. I'm perfectly imperfect. Purposely I word it. Remember where you heard it. I've been a slave to desires, a slave to addiction. She is just written. Select the right diction. Stay true, keep a fact over fiction. As my third eye blinking, I awaken the rising, and it is always rise and shine. I gotta beat the tides of time, take flight, that's fine. My mission, a masterpiece. You see, I'm off the piece, inside at least. My inner world projects my outer. I don't need to yell to be louder, this sounds in silence. The never-ending story, I'm airbending to glory. Adore me, ignore me, it's all the same. Energy flowing my way. Alchemy, what can I say? Free your mind, it is time, the clock tick. Don't mean shit, you see I dream big. Ain't no limit to imagination. Take action till it's manifestation. A process to fruition, equipped with third eye vision. Conscious of every decision, when God speaks I listen. God always be talking. Mind your step, where you walking? I'm heading this way, I peep the signs. I know life a divine design. I'm the son of the sun, so I shine, reflect the light through my mind. Simplicity the key, but I always complicate shit to a T. Different angles, different degrees. Through the chaos I do see. Like the old wise oak tree, I know all is meant to be. Volatile in my style. When I go wild, I will channel this spirit. All these fuckers gon' fear it. Explosive. The dangerous, just save us. The latest installment, waking up the dormant. See, it's all the same. Energy flowing my way. I'm emphatic, dramatic. At the same time, I speak my truth in the same rhyme. As we enter this new paradigm, it's important to stay alkaline and understand your body a divine shrine. Wait, here we go. It's coming. As we enter this new paradigm, it's important we stay alkaline. Understand our body a divine shrine. Sip your sea moss, eat your seeds of the poppy. No GMO synthetic copies, must feed your mind like a body. Only with the best, it is all a test. Never allow stress, move through the chakra in your chest. True treasure of the quest. The universe always gonna bless. This is our time to rest, reset, recharge, and reconnect with your heart as we move in harmony with nature. Ground to the prime source creator. Vibrate on the frequency of love. As we rise above our data systems, break our mental prisons, fulfill the visions, complete the missions. It's your soul that glistens and the gold that glistens out of cold conditions. Rise the children of the sun. We all one. It has begun. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, the contrast. Big hand, please. Thank you for your unapologetic truth.
I love your jacket.
Thank you.
And some fashion praise as well. Not bad. Okay. Our next performer, reader, poet is going by a single name only. Alistair. Maybe.
A trigger warning on this piece for palliative care. How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? No, don't answer that honestly. Answer, how do you do with, how do you do? 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 How do you do what you do? How do you do what you do? People often ask me, but I find they don't want my answer honestly. They don't want to hear that I have good days and bad days. I have good days and bad days and days I wish I could stuff all the empathy of the enlightened into my tympanic cavity to muffle your siren tears, but people don't want to hear that I have good days and bad days. They want to hear that I am a saint who never signs off. Alistair David Carter. Support worker, lifestyle educator, enrolled nurse, SPLEEN, WC, wheelchair, PAC, pressure area care, PEG, percutaneous endoscopic gastronomy. I can't remember all the initialisms and acronyms, but I've been in meetings with neurologists and therapists and speech pathologists, and I'm remembering some of the jargon, but I can't remember all the times and doses on a medication chart, and some days I don't remember why I get out of bed, but I remember you. I remember you. And the soft skin where my palm meets my thumb remembers how hot you like the shower water. And my anchor fingers remember the gentle pool of shampoo in your wavy hair. And I remember they told me not to get you too excited in case it triggered a seizure, but I have never seen you laugh louder than when we banged on the back of that guitar. I remember you have great rhythm. And I remember you could be so silent when it was near dinner time and the microwave was humming and you were waiting for that beep. And I remember the rhythm of the beep of a relentless electrocardiogram machine, ECG, PWS, RIP. I do what I do because it's how I am who I am, and I am who I am when we are eye to eye, when we see each other, not broken but human, each with a unique shape to our lives curved like our spinal columns, our lifetime's contours deserve to be handled with care. And our lifelines written in the knowing wrinkles of a smile, and when you smiled, your open eyes told me you saw me. Doing good, doing bad. I did what I could, and that's how I do what I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Alistair. Thank you. We see you. Good. Okay, this is our last official reader for the open mic, Taisha Patton, right at the front, ready to rock.
It's my first time public speaking, so I'm a little nervous, but I'll survive. I'm shaking. Beyonce said, with every tear came redemption, and my torturer became my remedy. Now, let's rewind, go back in time, where my body was mine, and my eyes would shine before my eyes would cry. They thought I was shy, but I was in demise. Fed lies to hide twisted desires. In my bed, I would lie, looking at the sky. I imagined a better life. For my daughter and I, rainbow butterflies, a clear night sky, twinkling lights lighting up the darkness in sight. My imagination would alight like a flame. I wanted to burn them alive. That flaming fire was a representation of my anger, but I still couldn't escape. And in my sorrow, I drowned. A peak of light is all I could see where I be. And then my soul died. But now, in my daunting memories, I see that crack of light was hope. It doesn't matter where you've been or what you've seen. All that matters is you reach out, fix your crown, and speak out. We all need time to heal, and as the challenges rise, so do the people. Set your sights high, and never let your voice be silenced. You are beautiful inside. You don't need to hide. Smile and aim for the sky. In Bayami, we find life. And through the hunger of that fire, that campfire, we are reborn. Here I am. Wings white as an eagle, strong as a barbed wire fence, resilient as an old wise tree. My roots run deep, so deep that it never ends. You can't kill me, 'cause I'm sea. I bring destruction with me, you see. The universe is within all of you and me. Emotional and flowing, I am ocean. Broken and vulnerable, I am winter. Blooming and vibrant, I am spring. For the parts of the year, I am the wind. Screeching through the air, I am fire. Burning with passion and spoken word, here I am. A force of emerging power. With magic in my bones and my ancestors' nose, I am. Thank you.
Anastasia, you are fire, Queen T. Now, we do actually have one more reader. I have lied to you about the end of this evening. Totally told you a lie. I should run for Prime Minister of Australia. What do you think? Just say one thing, do another, do something, then do nothing. Tim, where be you in the crowd? There he is. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jethro Euthanasia Washington, and I was a very proud citizen of the United States of America, and I was a very proud boy. I was a very proud citizen of the United States of America until ScoMo's hero faked his way into the Oval Office. It was then that my wives and I decided to leave Salt Lake City to seek refuge in a country which might tolerate our religious beliefs, like Israel. You all remember Israel. So we came here to Austria, where we found political asylum up on Macquarie Street, between the State Hospital and the Eye Library. It was then that my wife and I purchased this beautiful waterfront property right here on the shores of your sparkling Lake Emba. And each morning, my 3 wives, 17 children, and I, we mosey out onto the front porch. We raise the American flag, 6 o'clock in the morning, and with the encouraging shouts of our neighbors, we sing of home. Oh, how could he sleep through the long, lonely night, since all through the day he's been tweeting and scheming. The crisp yellow hair gives the children a fright, and his lack of diplomacy is way past our dreaming. The loss of health care and the guns everywhere give proof to the fact that the bastard was there. So let's hope his newfangled manner won't save the 40-foot fence from the Mexican wave.
Thanks, Tim. We pledge allegiance to that poem. Indeed we do. Thanks, Tim. Okay, I think the points and the poems are being evaluated and counted. You guys are inspiring me, so I'm thinking maybe I'll have a go at doing one. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. No. Oh, okay. I was joking earlier about friendship and how there's that saying that we don't choose our friends, they choose us. You may have heard it. But I don't think that's really so true. I mean, there's a strange kind of magnetism in all our relationships, but particularly our intimate relationships and our friendships. And often those really close to us have a kind of composite energy of who we'd like to be and who we'd maybe not like to be. And there's some sort of strange kind of cosmic lesson in that relationship, and we don't necessarily recognise it till the moment comes to us. This is called Newtown Station Sunset. I'm just going to try and hold this book open and do it at the same time. And it's about me and a friend long time ago heading down to Newtown Station and then on into the city, and a couple of things that he said and gave to me at the time. Okay. Hey man, maybe we can meet on the platform at Newtown Station. Watch that tree that looks like it's falling downhill. A wild fruit tree, pears, apples. The light is always misty or dark. Our bodies slicked and pointed while the tree holds on for dear life. My California poppy, my suede Doc Martens. I wanted to look like John Cale, Velvet Underground era, or Neil Young when he was doing Cowgirl in the Sand. You look like a down-at-heel English lord, your hair like Highway 61 revisited, a poet without a poem, I'd guess, later on. Too much cool just ain't no good for people. You say you have a present for me, something I might understand. If it doesn't appeal to you now, I hope you'll read it later and think of me. Then you press it into my hand, a book called Voyage into Solitude, a lone candle burning on the cover, a lonely attitude divine, as if someone were previously present before us, weaving their own sunset out of wax and flames. A very soft rain has begun to fall like a sheer curtain, so light the wind makes it look as if it is raining upwards. The yellow wattage of the station bathes us and expands out into the growing night. The world is breathing us in. A train is coming. I feel the heat in my hand. A book, a ticket. My shirt back is damp. We're leaving, we're fire, and we're rain. Couple of minutes while you weigh it up. Are you ready? Ooh, very sharp. Are you ready? That's the question. All right, come on down. Of course. We're just missing Tim's name at the end of that list, but I think we will not forget you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah, and I had the pleasure of being the judge tonight. You did not make it easy for me. Before I go any further, I would just like to very quickly echo comments made earlier and acknowledge that we are on stolen land. This is Gadigal land, and I'd like to pay my respects to the traditional custodians of this land, and to say that this land has heard and held and housed storytelling for millennia, and to be able to be part of that tradition, to continue and to find a home in that is such an honor and such a privilege, and it comes with a responsibility. As someone like myself who is a daughter of people who've been dispossessed, coming here to a country where I'm complicit in dispossession is something that I try to reconcile with in a lot of my work and my poetry. So of course, I would like to affirm that commitment and to say that this is, was, and always will be Aboriginal land. Now, to the not so easy part. Tonight, I will say competition, but you know, that's a pretty capitalist term, but let's just go with it for now. The competition, friendly competition, was fierce. It was such a privilege and joy to be able to sit here and watch you all not hold back. So thank you for your generosity and your offerings tonight. Thanks for taking up the space and for sharing your stories with us. And thank you to everybody for offering that safe space. Very quickly, I'll make some general comments in terms of the poetry, the poems tonight. And I thought that really all of them were able to demonstrate, all your poems were able to demonstrate musicality, what I'd like to call a musicality and a malleability in the language. So there's an alliteration right there. And I loved that you all had very different but really strong use of powerful literary techniques. And I don't want to go into an English lesson 101 right now, so but I did want to just acknowledge that because you guys put in the work, and so you made me work, you made the audience work, which I'm sure is such a joy. So, should I get a drum roll? Maybe a drum roll? How about that? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we had a tie because I'm like the most diplomatic / incredibly terrible person at making decisions, indecisive. No, I'm joking. Poems are all incredible, but try as we might, there was a tie. So tonight's winners are, well, actually, let me say before, okay, so I'm sorry. The reason that these two poems really stood out and we have a tie tonight is because each of them really took us on a journey, and each of them in very different ways never ceded their power. The poems took us on a journey, their performances were powerful, they stood in that, and I just wanted to make sure that we knew that before we celebrated them tonight. So the winners, the tie, goes to Emily and Coco the Conscious. Congratulations. You guys are going to have to share. I hope that's cool. Do they get to come up? Should they come up or where are they? Come up, yeah. I'm just gonna stand here and talk. Yay, congratulations. Can we get like a photo or something? It wasn't the jacket. It was not suede.
Mark, thank you so much.
I'm not sure which microphone to pick up, but that brings the evening to a close. Addison Road Community Organisation, otherwise known as Addi Roads, Word on the Street Poetry Slam, with thanks to the Inner West Council, with thanks to the mighty Sarah Salah over here as our judge and wit on those each poetry comment, to Ifioma, who was superb, to Mel, who was also wonderful earlier, and to all the open mic participants. Thank you. Hopefully we'll do this again. You can tell your friends and come on down. And yeah, I don't know whether that over there is like, oh, the idea, I've got to do it again. But yeah, thank you. Have a nice evening, and see you.